Big B, they're calling it now?
Yep.
Big B Ice Cube?
Big B Ice Cube, yeah.
With Coach Zagata of Saline. What a great game for you guys.
It's fun, yeah.
I mean, were you guys like normally take a team nap or something at 3:30? Because you guys really woke up after the first period.
Yeah, it's odd time to play a game. Obviously, there's some scheduling stuff, so we, had to be flexible with the rink, and thankfully Bedford was able to make the trip and make the game happen too. So, yeah.
So overtime victory. I wasn't even sure what the overtime rules were.
Yeah.
How big is that win for you guys, and how fun is it to watch your team win a big game like that?
It is. They jumped out. They got a 3-1 lead on us in the second, and the biggest thing was there was never like any panic on the bench, right? We had to come back from 3-1, and there wasn't any like real panic on the bench. So I was really proud of that fact. And we had some good young players like step up into some leadership spots, which was really exciting to see too. And Jack Saline was one of those guys who, he's got so much talent and ability, and when he puts it all together, he's a really good player. And I was really happy to see that he's kind of starting to step on his own, and today showed that.
How about so your first goal, Wyatt Church, beautiful shot. Yeah. He felt, you could see him wanting to repeat that all game.
Yeah, I mean, another kid, he's got all the talent in the world, right? And he's just one that, looking to put it all together. He's a young kid. He's only a junior. So he's got that ability. And we actually, he was one that we were lacking sort of an offensive punch. And so I moved him up to forward because he's got that ability. And I think the things kind of changed after we moved him up, and we were just able to keep that offensive zone pressure going.
So what? It seemed like there were a lot of pucks that escaped just past your blue line, and then you guys were scrambling a few times, and that's how they got a few of their goals.
I'm trying to like I said, we've been struggling offensively lately. Mm-hmm. It's no secret we were only able to put up a handful of shots and one goal against Pioneer, and I wanted to figure out a way to get some more offense. So I'm kind of letting them go a little bit more.
Yep.
And there's going to be some work on the back end, right?
Yep.
For instance, like Brian Meyer is one who he had a few chances, like really solid defender, but he's like Wyatt, he's got to jump offensively, and I'm looking to include him more on the offense. So
is it one of those things where you're gonna take some mistakes, you're gonna take some goals against, but
yes.
It's gonna be you learn when you can do it and not.
Yeah, and the people in the line and the group that generated the most of those rushes for them was Zarnik's line, 11, 9, and 12, and they're one of the better lines in the conference. They're a legit hockey line. They can compete with a lot of teams. And they were the line, that generated those kind of fast break opportunities. So we got to be mindful of that, right? It's not a perfect process yet.
What happened to you guys in the second period? Also overtime, it seemed like you guys like skating that way.
I don't know.
You guys looked so dominant in the second period, and then again in the overtime period.
It's just, again, working on ways to generate more offense, working on ways to be more creative, right? That top line for us tonight was Woodrow and Antonio and Sattler, and they're so creative, right? So just getting them to find that balance of just getting shots to the net, but also then working the puck together. We're not settling. We're not settling for just normal hockey plays or simple hockey plays. We're trying to push and create and be a little bit more, have a little bit more fun, right? And there's some signs of that, and then it's not going to be every single shift, and but I was happy to see some of those steps of growth.
So Jack Saline scores the breakaway goal. Beautiful goal, and then he scores a gritty goal. Just getting on top of the puck and smashing away to you guys.
Yeah, he exactly, and that's it. He's again a talented kid, just trying to get him to buy in and stuff that we've talked about. Playing with that kind of edge at all times, right? And every time I see him, in practice, have that sort of edge and have that jump and have that, ability to be that, the second guy on that puck. I mean, he's dynamite, right? And there was he made the finesse play, but then when it came time to bear down and be gritty with it, he did, and he's got that ability in his game, and when he can be really consistent with it, he's a really good hockey player.
Awesome, Coach. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.